Um, so the next thing we want to look at then is creating a confidence interval for the proportion of females at Rhone State. We'll go ahead and select the whole gender column all the way, click on gender and drag all the way down to the bottom of the list. Again, there are shortcut keys that make this a little faster, but we'll do it that way. I'll click add-ins, and then click DDX cell here, and if you look here, then we have confidence intervals among other different things here. We'll click confidence intervals, and the function type we want is a one variable proportion interval. Now the name that we have, if we had selected more than one column, we could have more than one name over here, but all we selected was the gender column, and so I'll click the left arrow. We get the proportions variable then as gender, and the first row is variable names, but we set it up that way because that's what we wanted. So we'll hit OK, and now we bring up this data desk 6.1 or data desk viewer there, and what we want to do is we want to tell it what we want to consider success. Well, is success male or female? Well, in this case we're looking at female being success, so we'll click set success here, and success then is female. We want to set the confidence level. Well, let's do a 90% confidence interval first. So that's our first button here, and you see that now our confidence level is 90%. When I click compute interval, then this box pops up, and we see we have n is 73, p hat is 0.548. The standard error we haven't talked about, and then z star is 1.64. That's our critical number there. And then our confidence interval, it says with 90% confidence, 0.452 is less than p is less than 0.644. So I'm going to click here on gender confidence interval, the top of the window. What we want to do is we want to copy this over and paste it into Excel. So once I've clicked on that, I'm going to hit edit, copy window. I'm going to go back to Excel, and here below the proportion, I'm going to put it below my table so I have space. I'll right click here and hit paste, and so now we have a nice little summary there of what the 90% confidence interval is. You need to go through and do this for the 95 and 99% confidence intervals as well, and then based on your data, try to draw a conclusion about, does it appear that more than half of the students at Rhone State are females? What else can we infer about our sample? And is our sample size sufficient? Maybe go through and see, what the sample size would need to be if we wanted to conclude that the majority of Rhone State students were female. So let's say, for instance, we wanted to get you have the same p hat. What would our sample size need to be to to be able to conclude or have a margin of error that would show that the proportion was actually greater than 1/2? So in your interpretation, give those things some thought. Maybe mention those as you work through it. The next thing we want to look at now is going to be creating a confidence interval for the mean age of Rhone State students, where we'll assume that sigma is known, and I'll tell you what sigma is going to be. I'm going to close this data desk window that we opened earlier. You get several of them lingering around if you want. And we don't need to save it. If you don't close them, then you'll have a couple of them sort of hanging out there.